Salibonani, greetings. My name is Bekezela Mguni, and today I'm on the street talking to young people to hear ukuthi what's their views, their thoughts on the nominated candidates njengoba siya ku 2023 harmonized elections. And now that we know who our candidates running for the 2023 harmonized elections are, since sesiqeda ukudlula ku-nomination court day, let's hear what young people have to say about their nominated candidates. Hi mama, singicela ukuzwa ukuthi what are your thoughts about the nominated candidates that will be running for the 2023 harmonized elections?
I think women were not or are not presented well for the presidential seat because apana kana candidate one who is female, and I think this is zvakatangira ku nomination court when the prizes were 2 turns because it was like a competition kuti kana usina mari iyoyo iri kudiwa apana. So obviously male candidates ndo vakakwanisa kurasha in because male candidates have financial support more than the female candidates. Saka I think something should be done so that female will also have an opportunity to run for the presidential seat, because the future is female and it's like 50-50 equality. Itimbochinjawo taste ya president kuti yeah, we have a female, to have the first female president in Zimbabwe. There are many African countries which have female presidents, so that we should try to support my females kuti vaite or vaendewo up there, because I know kuti even dai takaita a candidate who is female pama votes, I gonna also lose because like male candidates won't vote for a female candidate because vanenge vachiti hatikwanisi kubudirira, hatikwanisi kutungamira nyika because we are female.
Hi unjani, ngicela uku-understand ukuthi umbono wakho uthini about the nominated candidates that will be running for the 2023 harmonized elections.
Hi Bege. I do see the candidates here, but I am not happy with the fact that women are not represented enough in this political space. Abakho baningi abafazi who are contesting either for MP or even presidential level. If you look at presidential candidates, there's not even a woman. If you look at MPs, only a few are in there. And I feel like maybe we might even blame that on the nomination fees. That was a bit too steep, because it's not everyone who could even afford or be able to come up with that 20,000 to run for presidency, or come up with that 1,000 to say, I want to run for MP. So abafazi, at the end of the day, they are not represented too much. However, it could be a case of injustice not to upload in a women's quota system that is there to empower women in their political career, because we also see some young women actually running for abo MP and things like that, which is very good. And yes, I may say ukuthi balutshwane abafans, but at least they are there. So yeah.
Okay, mina on the candidates nominated for 2023 harmonized election, mina personally I think that's not fair at all, because ungakhangela our last election ngo-2018 bekunabantu abaningi abesilisa yibo abagcweleyo vele abangama-candidates, and ungakhangela la race ku-2023 still ama-candidates agcweleyo vele ngabantu besilisa. There is less inclusion of women, and that's gender disinformation. It's supposed to be 50-50, but in politics it's 60-40, and that's not fair at all. And ungakhangela even nalaba besilisa, like vele old age, they should give young people a chance to conquer. So vele mina beke on the candidates nominated for 2023 harmonized election, I'm not happy at all.
Hi, ngicela ukubuza ukuthi uthini umbono wakho ngama-nominated candidates as we are heading towards the 2023 harmonized elections. Uthini ngabo-councillor who will be running, or MP or president who will be running in the 2023 harmonized elections. Your genuine thoughts.
Hi, Bege. I think in a political context, you'd expect that all deserving potential contestants are accommodated. You'd also expect that the constitution of the country is reflected in the process, as well as the expectations of the citizens. But not in this particular election. It's not clear that the constitution is directing the process. It's like the process is dictated by a secret organization that is saying how things should be. Poll fees charged must not be decided by the parliament as those are interested parties, because it makes interested parties bar other potential contestants by raising the fees. We must have a fixed law that says how much a polling fee should be. We're also not happy about importation of other contestants coming in from their regions of origin to represent their parties in areas where they are foreigners. We want to see devolution of power in action. In a political context, we want to see fairness, we expect tolerance, we want to see justice and democracy.
Hi, Bege. When I think of the candidates nominated for the 2023 election, there are so many things that come into my mind. Figure game. I'm just going to highlight a few. Okunye okungikhathazayo, lokunye futhi okungithabisayo. There are young people who are part of our candidates who are aspiring to represent communities like Bapumakon. That's a positive note. And there are even young women who are part of candidates and who are aspiring to be candidates, be it local authority, be it as MPs. So that's a positive note. But there are other things as Katazai. For example, it turned out the number of women candidates is still few. It is still lagging behind. I think it is high time an issue of proportional representation is brought forth in order for equal representation in parliament of different age groups. I think when we're choosing candidates, now is an issue of which there is need for that intergenerational consensus in order for us to foster intergenerational cooperation when it comes to democratic processes.
Hi, Bege. About the nominated candidates, mina as a young woman, I don't follow proceedings, the politics. Like, I don't even know who the nominees were and who the nominated one is. So, angazi anything. Like,
Ndikolebwa ngamandla. Ngiyabonga. Thank you for listening until the end of our On the Mic podcast, where we talk about issues to do with elections. I'm happy ukuthi now we get to hear what young people think of the nominated candidates that will be running in the 2023 harmonized elections. And what I picked up, ukuthi young people are not happy when it comes to a representation of women in politics, which means we need to go a step further when it comes to empowering women to take an active role when it comes to our political spaces. Lathi sibe active, singenele these political spaces, because we also have a voice. Ungakhohlwa ukuthi your vote, your voice. Thank you for listening until the end. Bye from me, Bekezela, and the girls' table. Siyabonga. Until next time, stay tuned for our next On the Mic podcast.